Hi guys, so welcome to week 2, day 1. I haven't done the outro for last week yet, so I'll do that in a little bit. And I will get that up for you on Wednesday, I think, so I'm trying to put them up. So you'll get these for the Wednesday videos, which if you're watching this, you've already seen one, so you probably could figure that out. Or I'll tell you with my other one of the two. So it's Monday morning. My outro will have my book count total for last week because I don't have it. But so far today, it is 8:30 in the morning and we have taken the cat to the vet to get spayed, and I've dropped everybody off. I dropped off another sheet to my application for student teaching. Apparently it takes like 7 months to get a job, so I should possibly have one when school starts again. Which is okay, I don't mind. I was just hoping to be able to have a little extra put away for this trip coming up, but it's not that big of a deal. And I just got done at the gym. I ran for 20 minutes. So I'm sweaty and gross and looking forward to going home and taking a shower and doing some filming and my normal Monday stuff. I don't do much on Mondays besides film, edit, and upload. So that's going to be the majority of today's events. Then I have to pick up my cat this afternoon. So I hope she's okay. I'm such a worrywart. My other two cats did not come through their fixings very well. The first one, my Jeffrey, he was really young when they had him fixed, and they wouldn't let me put it off any longer because it was through the pound that we bought them at, and they told us that we had to bring them right back in. But he was like 2 months old when they did it, and it completely changed his personality. He went from this feisty, cute, sweet little kitten. I have cats, I don't have dogs. He went from this cute, sweet, feisty little kitten to scared of everything and angry all the time. And he hates me now. He used to love me, he used to sleep on me every night. After we got him fixed, he hates me and won't go near me unless he wants like a quick pet, and that's it. And then Jenny went from the same really extra sweet, lovey, best friends with Jeffrey. They did everything together. They slept together. They hung out together. They were just inseparable. And now she cannot deal with any stress. So the stress of having him around sometimes pisses her off, and she'll like start smacking him and screaming at him. She's still sweet to us, but she's not nearly as cuddly, and she's not sweet to him. So I'm hoping that Alice, because she's 6 months old, will come out of this much, much better than they did. And everyone keeps telling me, don't worry, it shouldn't change her personality very much. If anything, she'll fatten up a little bit and calm down a little bit, but that's it. So I'm hoping, because she's so super tiny and she's so cute and sweet. I want to keep her that way. I'm kind of selfish like that. I want my kitten to be cute and sweet. But yeah, so that's my little good morning, it's Monday morning updates. I feel like I've lived half the day already and I didn't sleep well last night. But I will update you on my reading in a little bit. I've been listening to Son of Neptune so far this morning because that's what I listened to for the 20 minutes that I was running. And that's what I will listen to on the way home and on the way to get the cat and on the way to get Pat. So that's what I will probably be doing more today of, is listening to that book than reading, but we will see how the day unfolds. That could be completely wrong, but I will talk to you guys later. Bye. This is my beautiful baby Alice. She just had her spay done today, and this is her like 10 hours later or something. 5 hours later. This is her like 5 hours later. She still can't walk. When she does sit up, all she can do is like run backwards. So we took her to the potty and she was able to go potty. And then we brought her back and tried to give her some food, but she's not interested in eating yet. And all she's doing is laying here. So I'm hoping I get my feisty baby back soon, because I miss my baby being happy and sweet and running all over the place. Now she's just miserable, but she's still so sweet. I even have to lay her down because she can't do it on her own. My poor baby. But she's got a little guard. This is Jenny.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like a neck guard so she'd have look herself.
This is Jenny, and Jenny's been coming down and checking on her and sleeping near her and making sure that she's good. She's being a good mommy kitty. Her adopted daughter. Oh, baby girl. Yeah. Kitty like. Selena gets taken after. Gotta have the edit of week 1 and week 2. Ellendor. Hi guys. So, don't mind my face. I am stupid tired. I don't know why I'm even awake. It's only 7:20 in the morning. So I don't even know why I'm awake. But I've been awake for about an hour, laying in bed watching YouTube videos. But I didn't go to bed until like 12:30 last night because I decided to read all day yesterday. So I read 300 and something pages in Queen of Shadows, and now I finished it. I love these books so much. So Heir of Fire, I was a little hit and miss on. There was too many POVs for me. Reading from 7 different point of views was just, it was jarring. It was too much. This one cut it down a ton. So there was still a bunch of POVs, but it wasn't as so jarring because it was just structured better, I guess. And the twists and turns just totally floored me. The end of the book, I was like, what is going on? Luckily, one of my friends was awake and she's read the book already, so I was like messaging her like crazy all night. Well, her all night, my all day. Time zones are fun things. So she's on the East Coast and I'm in Guam. We're about 15 hours apart in time. And so I'm reading it all day. So she wakes up from sleeping all night and she has a bunch of messages from me as I'm venting through this book. And all I get is her laughing. And then she starts talking to me and we're like, I'm venting, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, all the twists and turns as I'm going through this. Oh, it was intense. It was a good book. I'm very, very scared for the next one because she just finished Empire of Storms and she's like, it's trash, I'm trash, I'm trash, I'm trash, my heart, there's no gaping hole in my chest. And I'm just like, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Is it a good hole or a bad hole? The Sarah J. Maas, you never know. But I really, really enjoyed Queen of Shadows. But I read like 300 pages yesterday. I'm oddly awake. I wanted to go back to sleep when I got my daughter out of the house. I'm awake and I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat my berries. So I don't know what I'm gonna read next. I need a little palate cleanser before I go into Empire of Storms. So I think I'm gonna read one of my graphic novels. Okay, so I have 2 options for graphic novels. I can read I Hate Fairyland, or I can finish Moss. So Moss is a nonfiction memoir written in graphic novel form. So this gentleman wrote this with his dad. His dad, hold on, let me flip this around so you guys can see it. So this is the graphic novel and it's written in comic form. So what this kid did is he's not a kid, he's a grown man, but he went to his dad and asked him for the story about the war. And his dad tells him all about the story, and the way it's depicted is that all the Jewish people are mice, and then all the Nazis are cats. So you can see up here, you have all the Nazis that are cats, and so it is the story of the Holocaust told by one of the survivors. So it's my nonfiction pick. I didn't even think about the fact that I had a nonfiction pick until I was looking at my bookshelves and realized that I have these 2 graphic novels I need to finish. I don't know why I haven't finished this one yet. I mean, it's really well done. I really, really like it. I just have not finished it, and I think most of it has to do with the fact that that's not an easy emotional read. So I have two options. I can read a heartbreaking nonfiction about the Holocaust, or I can read hilarious, goofy one about a girl trapped in fairyland. And believe it or not, I'm actually extremely torn about this. Funny and witty, or actually mean something. And for the books I've been reading, I'm kind of leaning towards funny and witty, only because the last book I read was kind of heavy, and I need something like a palate cleanser to. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with I Hate Fairyland. So yeah, I'm gonna go get some food. I'm hungry because it's 7 in the morning and I'm awake. All right, breakfast: avocado toast, blueberries, and my tea. And I Hate Fairyland. I'm looking forward to the tea. I bought 4 different kinds. One of them I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna like because it's caramel, but the other 2 I've tried so far are amazing. This one's the last one. And look at my little tea strainer. Isn't he cute? Hello, little ducky floating in the tea. All right, let's go. Okay, so far this is beyond hilarious. So this is the first page. And then up here you have her as a sweet little girl playing in her room, wishing that she could go to a magic-filled land. And then a vortex opens in her room. And she's falling down it, but she doesn't want to go. And here they're saying, all you have to do is let go. She lets go. And then she's on her way. So she's starting to scream to amazing world, but she doesn't want to die. Filled with wonder, I don't want to die. And magic, I don't want to die. And laughter, I don't want to die. And joy, I don't want to die, I'm going to die. And then bam, she hits. So this is Fairyland. And there she is, smashed up. Here is the queen telling her all she has to do is find her key so she can go home. She is beat up. And she's like, okay, a key. She gets a helper, this little dude. She gets a map that's humongous. And she's off on her adventure. And look at her, because that's exactly the same girl that we saw back on page 1 up here. Happy, sweet, ready to go. She now looks like this. So 27 years later, she's still here. And then the moon starts commenting, talking about how on the outside she looks completely the same, on the inside she's not so nice. Fluff apparently is a swear word for her. She's getting into an argument. She's talking to the moon. This part was really funny. It says, the sweet young girl who was once filled with hope and joy was taken over by a hateful, miserable, revolting, wretched, horrendous, putrid, and Fluff that guy. Hey, you know that I can hear, right? And so his commentary is, yeah, I understand the workings of your human ears and how you receive sound quite well, in fact. Yeah, well, in fact, you are the worst. As if you could say another word, I am going to shoot you in your worst face. How dare you speak to me in that manner? And on it goes. I have a feeling I'm going to really enjoy this. Hi guys. Welcome back to my Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Okay, it's still Wednesday. Welcome back to my Wednesday. I finished I Hate Fairyland Volume 1. Dude, this thing is hilarious. The stuff that she says. She calls one of the characters Scully McBoner because he's in a castle made of skulls. She is brutal. She loves killing stuff. The poor narrators never make it out of the chapter. So there's 5 chapters in the first book, and at the beginning of every chapter there's a narrator. And you get to see how they die because they get killed in every chapter. It's hilarious. It is like the stupidest thing I've ever read in my entire life, and I love it. So I finished this, and I really want to start Empire Storms. I've got it sitting on my nightstand, but I'm a little intimidated by it because it's like a 700-page book, and I've been in this world for so long that I wanted a little break from it, but I don't want to read anything else. So I'm debating, do I read the next Fairyland book, graphic novel, whatever it's called, Or do I just go ahead and dive in? Or do I say screw it all and listen to Sons of Neptune and do my nails? We are supposed to go to the gym tonight, so I am already in my gym clothes because my theory here is if I am ready to go when he gets home, then we have less excuses to not do it. Also, I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's called a company called Unicorn Superfood. It's out of Australia. Not sponsored. If I like their stuff, I wouldn't mind, but I'm not sponsored. So I was curious, and I bought one of their multi-packs. It's got like one of each of their superfoods, and so I'm trying out the blue spirulina today. And this is it. It looks interesting. I follow the directions for like one of the smoothies. It's so stupid simple. It's just bananas and milk and the blue spirulina powder. And of course my son's like, why does it look dyed? And I was like, it's naturally that color. It's naturally blue. The powder is like stupid blue. So I'm wondering if it's gonna dye anything. It tastes kind of fruity. It smells kind of fruity. All that's in there is bananas and milk. It suggests putting maca powder, which I don't have, and vegan protein powder, which I ran out of like a week and a half ago. They do suggest to put a scoop of vanilla protein powder in this, or vanilla vegan protein powder in this. I just don't have any, so I didn't put any in. So this is, it's good though. It's weird. I'm worried that I'm gonna have a blue mouth after this, but I kind of like it, so I'm okay. I have 3 more flavors to try. I got the 4-pack. I don't know. One of them is goji berry. One of them is like a papaya type one, and I have no idea what the other one is. I can't remember, but it's purple. I don't know, but maybe you'll see them this week as I'm playing with different recipes and trying out different shaker combos. My son's like, it kind of tastes like blueberries. You should have put blueberries in there. And I was like, blueberries would have been good. So, yeah, that's my update. You have a food update and a reading update all in one. Aren't you lucky? Now it's been 7 minutes, so I may have to cut some of this. I'll talk to you later. Bye. I had to get up super early this morning to do drop off so that my daughter has a ride home from her after school activities today. What am I doing? So I got hungry, and when I got home, I did not want any normal breakfast food, so I made gluten-free, vegan, that doesn't even fit, blueberry muffins so that every single person in my house can have some, and my husband is like stupid excited about it now. So I can just put a few aside for him. It'll be good to go. So now there's enough left for everybody else. Yummy! Hi guys. Welcome today. I have no idea. It's Thursday. So welcome to Thursday, April 12th. And I want to read, but I want to sew. So I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to do both. I'm going to put on my headphones, listen to my Heroes of Olympus book, and I'm going to sew something stupid and little. So I get these Sew Sampler boxes every month. I've been getting them since their very first box, so I've gotten them for a full year now. And they are, I should flip this around. Okay, so here's the project that I'm going to work on. I am filming this for the second time because the first time I did it, I apparently hit the wrong button and didn't film anything. So this is the quilt that I'm going to do, which is right here. And it's this goofy little thing that I got in my box. So this is the box that I have. It is a Sew Sample box. I get it every month, and it comes with all sorts of little stuff. It has little projects and stuff to do. So this one came with a little measuring tape. It came with a ruler. It came with fabric and like little non-stick. I need to actually use these because let me tell you, I have problems. And then it comes with like all the stuff that's inside, and usually comes with coupons and stuff too. So one of the boxes, I got this little thing. And as cute as this is, it's not very practical. I mean, it makes a 6-inch quilt, so it's not like I'm actually be able to really use it. So the directions are right here. You just cut on all the little dotted lines, you stitch them all together, and you make a little tiny quilt. It also has the backing and the binding, and I thought it might be kind of fun to just play around. And I can also play with my sewing foot too. So I have another sewing foot in a bag over here that is for free motion quilting, and I've been wanting to do some more free motion quilting because my quilt, I just do straight lines across it, but I want to get more creative, and this is going to be small enough where I should be able to handle it better. So I may try. I may suck at it, but I may try. But I figured this might be kind of fun. It's going to have a lot of waste, and I can see how much waste it's going to have around it. But it's just for play around, so I might as well. I moved all my books out of the way. My table is a total disaster because I can't keep this thing clean for the life of me. I grabbed my water, and I grabbed my headphones. I have my book all queued up, and I am going to goof off. All right, pieces are cut. So these are all the little pieces. This is the background, and this is the binding. So now I get to follow the directions on here and start putting stuff together. All right, phase 1 is done. All those little pieces turned into this. It's kind of a mess on the back, but we'll just ignore that. So now I have the bottom and the tiny piece of batting. And then we put the top on. And then I just quilt this little section, cut off the extras, and put on this. So I will show you what I've done after I quilt. Okay, so this is it after I quilted it and trimmed it down. Right here you can see there's a mess up on the actual quilt itself because my sewing machine sucks. It's not made for this kind of thing. So stuff like this just messes up. I should have cut the dog ear off. Oops. But I think it looks pretty cute. And now I'm going to put the binding on and be all done. Alright, this is it. It looks kind of pathetic, but whatever. So this is the front, and this is the back. I put the binding on backwards on accident, so the front looks worse than the back does, and it's not the way it's supposed to be. But whatever. It's still cute. It still works. Hope you guys enjoyed the little sewing interlude. Hi guys. Okay, so I made that little tiny quilt that's like the size of a coaster, which is what I actually might use it for because it's too small to be a pot holder. It's too... I don't know what to do with it. If you guys have a suggestion, let me know. So I got hungry, so I went and I made myself a shake. So yesterday, my hair is all whacked out. I slept with it all wet, so now it's like poofy. So yesterday I made the blue one. Today I made the pink one. And I still have a red and a purple left to try. This one doesn't taste much different than the blue one does, but it's got different antioxidants in it because it's a different thing. The other one was spirulina, this one's like papaya or something. But it has no real flavor. But the recipe I found said to put a full tablespoon in, and that is too much because I had to add milk to it to try to thin it out, and it is like, whoo, strong. So yeah. While I've been running errands and sewing today, I have made it through 130 pages of the Son of Neptune. I've made it through 130 pages. I was on page 251 and now I'm on like 388. So I've made quite a bit difference. I'm almost done with it. I have no idea how long it will take me, probably just a couple of days depending on how much I listen to it.
but I'm liking it a lot. I kind of started Empire of Storms yesterday. I read the first 11 pages. It was like a prequel section that dates back to a war that took place like 1,000 years before when the book does. And so it just shows you a little bit of snippet of it. It shows you some battle plans, what they were thinking, and how it leads into the battles that are going to be happening in this book. If you did not know, Throne of Glass series has a lot of battles. Sarah Damas likes battles. There's a lot of battles in the Court of Thorns and Roses series too. So yeah, I got to see a little prequel. That's all I read last night because I was tired. I also want to read the next fairy tale book. I read the first chapter last night, but I was tired and couldn't focus on anything, so I ended up reading a chapter of the fairy tale book and then a chapter of Empire of Storms and then going to sleep. So I will do one of those two today too, as well as listen to more of Sun and Neptune, because I have to at least go up to base and get my daughter. If not, go back up and get my husband too. Plus I want to run today because all we did yesterday was speed walk. We'll figure it out. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Look how cute she is. Look how cute she is. Oh, she's feeling so much better. Oh, baby. Feeling better? Yeah? Yeah? Because I'm napping with my bare belly. She's been up and running around and playing a little bit, but she's so snuggly. Just love the baby.
Hi guys, welcome back. It is Friday of week 2, so we're almost done with week 2. I've been having an oddly-ish productive reading couple of days. I don't know if I talked to you guys yesterday, I can't remember. I'm having a comatose week. I keep falling asleep. So I haven't done a lot of reading, but I've been doing a lot of listening because I've been running around, running errands. I ran back and forth to base a couple of times yesterday. I've done it twice so far today, and I have at least one more, if not 2 more runs to base and back. So I've been listening to a lot of books. So the book I read yesterday was I Hate Fairyland Part 2. It doesn't fit into my TBR at all. It was funny. I did not like this one as much as the first one. The first one, she was so nasty and she was so brutal. It was just hilarious. This one was still funny. It was still good. I still very much enjoyed it. I just didn't like it quite as much as the first one. So I still give it 5 stars, but it was more like a 4.5. Hopefully the third one will be a more solid 5, that we don't be going backwards, because this one was it just wasn't quite as funny. Something about this little tiny girl being so brutal is just hilarious to me. But yeah, it was good. I also finished The Son of Neptune. This is my audiobook. I'm doing, I read all the Percy Jackson books, like read them, but I got caught up on, I think it's called The Battle of the Labyrinth. I'm trying to read it from here. I'm here in my bookshelf on the other side of the room. And I think it says it's The Battle of the Labyrinth, and that does sound right. But I got caught up on that one. It took me forever to read it because it was slow. And I know that these books have a tendency to get bogged down in the details occasionally. And so sometimes those little issues make it easier to listen to these books instead of reading them. This time around, I don't think I would have had that problem because these are a lot faster moving than those ones were. And I'm already on book 3. So I started book 3 last night on my last drive. So yesterday I did update yesterday because I made muffins yesterday. So I listened to my book on the way home from dropping off Pat at work. And then I listened to it while I made muffins. So I listened to like an hour or so of it while I was making muffins and getting ready for that kind of stuff. And then I listened to it while I made dinner. I made this curry thing. My son's been wanting to try curry. he has gotten really picky as he's gotten older. And which is funny, when he was little, he would eat anything. But now that he's in he's a teenager, he's 15, he won't eat so many different things. He's just like, he refuses to eat tons of stuff. One of the things that he refuses to eat is rice, and curry is often served with rice. And so I told him not to worry, that I wasn't going to put the rice in the curry. I'll just have it separate. And so we made curry last night, but it took me a while to make because there's a lot of chopping and there's a lot of simmering and that kind of stuff. So I listened to it while I was making dinner last night and eating dinner last night because they were watching anime and I didn't feel like watching anime last night. So between the driving to base to drop off my husband, making muffins, making curry, eating curry, driving up to base to pick up my daughter, going to the gym and running, going back to base to pick up my husband, I listened to a lot of this book yesterday. So I was able to finish off Son of Neptune and make it through the first 60 pages of The Mark of Athena. And I've been listening to it today too, so I'm like 140 pages into it. 144 pages into it. I'm on chapter 12. And I'm really, really enjoying this series a lot. So I'm going to change a couple of my TBR books. I'm probably not going to read the short stories that go with the Throne of Glass series until I get Tower of Dawn, and hopefully I will have Tower of Dawn soon. But I think it'll make it easier for me to read some other books and just kind of put that one aside. And between those books going away, I will be able to put these ones into my TBR. So this right now is not on my TBR, but I took the short stories from the Tower of Dawn series off my TBR and put this on instead. So that way I'm working on the third book in this series, and the third book that I'm reading, it's actually the fifth book, but it's the third book for this readathon. And I'm reading Empire of Storms, but I just started it. I'm only like 20 pages into it, maybe 20 pages into it. I'm 19 pages into it, so yeah. I have not been reading it very much. I don't know why. I haven't been reading period very much. I've been so tired. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe it's the fact that I've been running all week and I've been running lots of errands and I've been out and about. So between the physical activities that my body has not been used to, but is going to get back into the hang of it, because I took some time off when my skin was messed up, because I couldn't move, let alone work out. So now that I'm doing better with my skin, I started running again, and we've done it 3 times this week, and I'm not sure if it's that or if it's just, I don't know what it is, but I've been sleeping a lot. I've been very, very tired and sleeping constantly. So we're going to take it easy tonight. I'm going to do some yoga and stretch out all my sore muscles. And hopefully I'll actually get some reading done, not just listening. Not that listening's bad, listening's fun, but yeah. And then Alice is doing much better. She was in so much pain. She was such a comatose kitty. She couldn't move for like the first 2 days. And I hated it. But now that we are like 4 days post-op she's doing so much better. She's happy and she's purring and she's running around and she's able to jump up on the bed again and she's eating finally. God, she got so skinny. She didn't eat for 3 days and she got so skinny. I'm like, okay, this tiny little kitten cannot afford to not eat for 3 days. So she's finally eating and drinking again. So I'm very proud of her. She's doing good. She's sitting next to me, so I keep looking at her. She's just too cute not to look at. So that's my update. I wasn't sure what I updated you yesterday. I'll have to look and see because I don't remember. I know I showed you guys my muffins, which turned out pretty good, even though I messed up on the order. Whoops. They were a little bit dense, and I have a feeling they wouldn't be so dense if I hadn't screwed up on the order that I did them in. But they're also gluten-free, and gluten-free has a tendency to be a little bit dense. I keep teasing my husband that as soon as he leaves on deployment, we are going to flour out this house and make fresh bread all the time up until like a month before he gets home, and then we'll get rid of it all again. Because he just cannot have it in the house. Which is sad. What you gonna do? Alright, I'm babbling now. Goodbye. Hi guys. Welcome back to my vlog for the closer. I don't think I've posted or done anything with you guys for the last like 2 days. But weekends are like that in this house. Until my husband leaves, weekends are just, I've got a kitty. Weekends are family time. We just don't do anything apparently. So we ran a couple of errands over the weekend. We went to the store, the grocery store and the normal store because my husband's leaving on deployment soon and we had to get everything ready for him to leave. He leaves in just a couple weeks. My cat's in the window. She is an endless amount of joy for me. I love her so much. That sounds sarcastic, but it really isn't. I'm being serious. But because of him being home and him leaving soon, we wanted to spend time together. And so what do? We sleep like the entire weekend away. We took a nap on Saturday and on Sunday because we are old people. I do not get it. But I'm here for the weekly wrap up. It's Monday morning, 9:30 in the morning. I'm getting hungry. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm gonna go eat. I don't know what yet, but food of some sort. So I read 4 books, 2 actual books, and then 2 graphic novels for this week. My page total for this week was 1,344. Keeping in mind that each of the graphic novels is 130 pages. So without that, I still would have just basically read what I read last week. I've been reading 2 books a week. I've been reading 1 Heroes of Olympus book and 1 Sarah J. Maas book a week because they are kind of hefty. So this week I finished Son of Neptune and I am already at least a quarter of the way through the Mark of Athena. I'm looking at it right now and I can't tell. It's about a quarter of the way through. But I finished Son of Neptune this week, which I very much enjoyed. I am really loving the Heroes of Olympus series. I'm liking it better than Percy Jackson. I mean, Percy Jackson is in these books. I'm just liking them better than the Percy Jackson books. I also finished Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. This is the 4th book in the Throne of Glass series, and I am almost a quarter of the way through the 5th book. I have not read much this weekend at all, so I'm only on page like 150, so I really haven't done much. And then to go with those, I read volumes 1 and 2 of I Hate Fairyland, which is extremely funny. And I'm having endless amounts of joy reading these. I liked the first one the best. The second one was good too, but it was not as funny to me. Partially because I think that what makes her so funny is that she's so ruthless, malicious, scary, crazy. Any of these adjectives will be fine and work plenty well. And I found that the second one, she just wasn't quite as ruthless for most of it. So I definitely like the first one better, but I enjoy both of them immensely. So yeah, that is my reading for this week, and I will catch up and give you updates this week, and hopefully you'll get something from me. Yeah, okay. Talk to you later. Bye.